Want to call this meeting to order at 5:30 p.m. as scheduled. I want to call the regular meeting to order, agenda item number 2, and I'm going to let Mr. Pettis take care of that.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone, and I do have item 2 is the invocation and pledge of allegiance. I can ask Father Roy to do the invocation for today's meeting, and to, if you can please come up, Father, and we'll do the pledge of allegiance. So please stand and bow our heads.
At the end of the invocation, I'm going to bless you with holy water from the Rio Grande. And if it burns anybody, we should probably get together and talk after.
Yeah.
What if it burns me? I don't know. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and a beautiful old neighborhood and beautiful neighbors, and we're honored and grateful to be here to pray. Lord God, Creator and Creative Spirit, in ways beyond our ability to comprehend, you are the source, the force, and the final goal of the story of our lives, of our families, and of our beloved old town here on the banks of the Rio Grande. We thank you for the long line of faith, hope, and love that we come from. For all those who have made their livings, raised their families here, ever since even before the days of Father Carolyn and La Lomita, we have been blessed by a down-home and neighborly sense of hospitality. As we remember and give thanks, we look enthusiastically into the mystery of the future, knowing that with your help, we can continue to celebrate and cultivate that down-home spirit, meeting new neighbors and making new friends and forming new families, and raising our children and grandchildren to be the beautiful works of art that you created and called them to be, and you call all of us to be. Make us instruments of your Spirit, faithful to you, and true to ourselves and to our heritage. Bless our hearts, and bless this new year we begin. May this holy water remind us of our baptism in Christ, whose creative spirit and love comes to us through all these characters who share the journey with us. Amen.
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 Thank you, Father.
We will have the Pledge of Allegiance and then a picture with Father Roy.
We pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father Roy, we're going to ask you to come up to take a picture of history being made in Mission, because we're going to ask, we're going to be rotating, since Mission is a faith-based community, we're going to be rotating the invocation instead of our city manager doing the invocation, which has been traditionally, that's what we've been doing. We're going to ask visiting pastors from the city of Mission to come in and share their words with us and their blessings with us.
I didn't get the most important ones.
Why did it start to spark in Gus?
Okay.
Smoky Gus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you, man.
Thank you for history.
Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for inviting me. God bless you. Thanks for inviting me.
Regular agenda item number 3, presentation of awards. Ms. Carrillo.
Mayor, Council, good afternoon. If I may, I'd like to call up Nelly Hernandez, the Assistant City Secretary, Ms. Paula Banda, our Administrative Assistant, Vitals Statistics Deputy, and Mary Cantu, who's here with us today. Ms. Lisa Loya is not able to be with us today as she is in Houston. I am pleased and honored to announce that the City of Mission City Secretary, Vital Statistics Department, was awarded the 2018 Exemplary 5-Star Award from the Texas Department of State Health Services. This is the 5th year that we have received exemplary status. We were one of 2 cities in Hidalgo County who received this recognition. The criteria for local registrars includes timeliness, managing registrations, remote birth access system, training, and birth registration. I'd like to recognize these ladies for all of their hard work and dedication to the City of Mission. The department was able to accomplish this goal through all of their hard work. And this is the plaque that we received from the state when Paula went to the conference in December.
Congratulations. You want to come up to take a picture?
Congratulations. Thank you, Stu. Congratulations.
Very proud of you. Very proud of you. Good job.
Sun shining again.
No.
We balanced here?
Muy bien. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, if you want to put them in order, I didn't really put them in order.
Okay.
Regular meeting agenda item number 4, proclamation Esperanza Vasquez, 101st birthday. Ms. Carrillo.
Yes, Mayor, Council, we do have some family members here. I know that Diana Garza, her daughter, is here with us today, and there's some family members. I don't know if they'd like to join.
Can you all come forward, the family members from, you all come forward? Being blessed with 101 years, it's a big blessing.
Mayor, Council, the proclamation reads as follows. Whereas on December 12, 1917, Esperanza Barrera Vasquez was born in Valadez, Tamaulipas, Mexico, to Felipe and Amada Barrera, who in January 1918, a few weeks after Esperanza's birth, made life-changing decisions to cross the Rio Grande River by ferry, or Chalan, to start a new life in La Grulla, Texas. Whereas on December 21st, 1935, in Lubbock, Texas, she married the love of her life, Jesus Emilio Vasquez. After their marriage, they made a home for themselves in Mission, where they raised 7 sons and 6 daughters. Where she was a regular at the Amigos del Valle in Mission, where she made lots of good friends and enjoyed participating in arts and craft projects, of which she distributed among her family. Her pastime was bingo and playing the slot machines at any casino in the country, but her favorite was Las Vegas. She loved to gamble and just have a blast with her family. Where she was a fashionista as well. She usually rocked some type of animal print or sparkly outfit, and she loved to break out her fur coat when the weather was just right in the Rio Grande Valley. She taught her family how a little sparkle and shine can change your life. Whereas for the past several years, she has been bedridden at her home in Mission due to dementia, which robbed her of memory and speech, but not of her big heart. Her daughter Diana Garza and son-in-law Luis Garza have dedicated themselves to taking care of her. Whereas at 101 years old, she is a grandmother to 35 grandkids who affectionately call her Abuela Esperanza or Ama, and has an abundance of great-grandkids and great-great-grandkids, too many to count. Now, therefore, we, the City Council of the City of Mission, wish Esperanza a happy and blessed 101st birthday, proclaimed on this, the 14th day of January, 2019.
With honor, pride, and joy, I will entertain a motion to approve this proclamation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this proclamation. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Thank you for the honor. On behalf of all the citizens of Mission, the mayor, city council, our acting city manager, and all the city staff, we have a small token of appreciation to present to y'all. You all, and then you can unfold it as a family, to unfold it as a family for you, to the public, and then you all can walk over here, and we'll take a picture together. And then at the end, anybody representative of the city would like to, representative of the family would like to say something, you're more than welcome.
I want a napkin.
Hey, I want a blanket. I've never got something nice like that. I have requested one. Oh, that's a nice gift.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm gonna get some.
Y'all want to come over here so to receive the proclamation and congratulations. You're going to be the one to take care of everything. Let you say congratulations. How are you? Thank you.
What a blessing. Congratulations.
I thought you looked familiar. How are you? How you been? How are you, man? Ay, ¿cómo está? Amiga? Yeah, right here. That's it.
Another one over here.
You want to put another one over here? Over here on this side? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Maybe the logo? Brandy. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, thank you. Smile, please. Thank you.
If you want to speak to the mic, we have some people. Yeah, I was going to say. Wow. El mundo es muy pequeño, ¿no? Wow. It's a small world.
I don't even have a shirt or anything.
Different, so it's different.
Medium? No, large.
On behalf of the Vasquez Barrera family.
For the record,
Yeah.
state your name and address.
Joanne Vasquez, I'm one of the grandchildren of Esperanza Vasquez. On behalf of the Vasquez Barrera family and my grandma, who couldn't be here today, we would like to thank the City of Mission for this honor. 101 years of life is something that's really great, and we really appreciate you all and the proclamation and the honor that you've given my grandma, because she's definitely given 101 years of sparkle, and she continues to do so.
Wow. Thank you, Joy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joy. Regular meeting agenda, item number 5, proclamation for Maria Estela Guerra Salinas.
Yes,
Can I
Mayor.
ask the Salinas and Guerra family to come on forward?
Mayor, Council, the proclamation reads as follows. Whereas Maria Estela Guerra Salinas was born on July 20th, 1927, in Mission, Texas, to Pedro and Librada Castro Guerra. She was raised in Mission and graduated from Mission High School in 1945. Horace Estela worked at the FAR San Juan Alamo and Mission School tax offices, Region 1 Education Service Center, and was the first and only female La Joya School District business manager. She left the position and obtained a job with the Texas Rehabilitation Commission, from which she retired after 15 years of employment. Horace Estela was very active in the Mission community and served as election judge and clerk for many years. She was a member of the Asociación Guadalupana, Catholic Daughters of the Americas, Court St. Rose of Lima, number 827, Damas Católicas, and Coto de Casa, Mission Housing Authority. She was a faithful member of Our Lady of Guadalupe Church and had a certificate of successfully completing a course in pastoral ministries, pastoral care in the Diocese of Brownsville, where she graduated from Leadership Mission in 1989 and had served on its board of officers for 12 years, holding various positions. She served as president from 1992 to 1994. She was awarded the Yellow Rose of Texas certification in 1976 by then Texas Governor Dolph Briscoe for her work in the rehabilitation field, was named State Secretary of the Year by the Texas Rehabilitation Secretaries in 1978, and was voted Missions Woman of the Year in 1992. Estela was instrumental in obtaining the historical marker for Our Lady of Guadalupe Catholic Church and in making the Mission Historical Museum a reality. She continued serving as a member until her death. Whereas on December 24th of 2018, Estela passed away at the age of 91. Estela is survived by her 4 children, Nilda Estela Paxman, Rogelio, Cynthia Moreno, and Hilario Javier of McAllen, 11 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren, 2 sisters, 25 nieces and nephews. Now therefore, we, the City Council of the City of Mission, wish to honor Maria Estela Guerra Salinas by presenting her family with this proclamation and extending our most sincere condolences to the Salinas family. Proclaimed on this, the 14th day of January, 2019.
With honor and well-deserved, I will entertain a motion to accept the proclamation. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Would somebody
One of you members want to say something before, or just come over to? How about afterwards? Afterwards, that's fine. Let's take the picture and accept the proclamation. This is the 3rd generation? Yes. Right, 3rd generation. Chief, how you been? Who's going to accept the proclamation? Roy? You want to move this way so I can squeeze in a little? Just move in. There, so. From mayor to mayor. Yeah. Perfect.
Take it. You got one more favor. There's some people here from Damas Católicas. They come up here with them.
Hold on. My understanding, I was there when your mother was honored by the bishop.
Yeah.
You know, at the last Damas Católicas, and anybody from Damas Católicas here?
Catholic Daughters.
Catholic Daughters?
Leadership mission.
Leadership Mission. How about the nonprofit housing?
Yeah.
What's the name of it? Casa Corte. Casa de Corte board members that serve with her?
I didn't serve with her, but
Well, would they have served that is, or are currently serving on the board? Who else? The museum, anybody from the museum? Do we have a museum director here? You know? Any museum members besides myself?
lifetime member.
Yeah. Museum members, do you want to step up front and honor Stella with this final picture? She was very instrumental in creating our Mission Museum. Anybody else?
May I?
Yes.
I'm asking a small favor from the city council. The people from the Leadership Mission, Catholic Daughters, Damas Católicas, Mom was very instrumental in that. She was very instrumental with that groups and so on. So I'd like to have them also participate in this as much as possible, so we can get a picture with everybody, because we were all family.
That's correct.
So it'll be nice if maybe we can get them front or something.
Can we do it up front or?
Maybe they're just, they need to.
Yes, she was a.
Oh, yeah.
Also, a representative from the Progress Times? Any representative from the Progress Times? You also wrote for the Progress Times?
You did come up. The progress, you wrote for the progress too.
Yes, she wrote for the Progress also? Leadership Mission?
Maybe.
I think, Humberto, some here and then some right in the front.
Maybe it can work.
Do we go?
That's what I thought.
For the picture, it's gonna be too many.
You're here with us? Yes.
Let me move this chair.
Okay?
So you say you live on Oakley?
Just shift some over.
Yeah. We need to move.
Can everybody take like 2 steps that way?
That's okay.
Okay?
Well, then step up. Your granddaughter?
As long as we all fit.
As long as we don't cover your granddaughter, you can come up in front.
Remember, I need to see the faces of everybody, okay? Okay, everybody's in the picture. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for coming over. Thank you.
Thank you for having the presentation, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your public service. Oh, yeah. Yes.
For the record, my name is Roy Salinas, my sister Cynthia Moreno, and of course, Hilario's over here flirting around my youngest brother. We want to thank the City of Mission, the City Council. Thank you for this great honor. It's my mom definitely deserved it. She was very much part of Mission. I know that when she was in the hospital in McAllen, she wanted to come back to Mission. She was born here, and she wanted to die here. So we have met pretty much all her wishes. This is a great big honor. We very much appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Salinas. Regular meeting agenda item number 6, Mission Consolidated ISD School Board Member Recognition Month. Del Rio.
Yes, Mayor, Council. Sherryland Independent School District and La Jolla Independent School District, they both have meetings today, but we do have the superintendent from Mission CISD and also some board members from Mission CISD here.
Do you all want to
They
step
can
up
come
front, our board members, up front and get your honors and recognized as for your public service that you all do for our children and our citizens of the school district of Mission?
It's Annie, sister. Hello, how are you? The proclamation reads as follows. Whereas the mission of the public schools is to meet the diverse educational needs of all children and to empower them to become competent, productive contributors to a democratic society and an ever-changing world. Whereas local school board members are committed to children and believe that all children can be successful learners and that the best education is tailored to the individual needs of a child. Whereas local school board members work closely with parents, educational professionals, and other community members to create the educational vision we want for our students. Whereas local school board members are responsible for ensuring the structure that provides a solid foundation for our school system. Whereas local school board members are strong advocates for public education and are responsible for communicating the needs of the school district to the public and the public's expectation to the district. Now therefore, we the City Council of the City of Mission do hereby declare our appreciation to the members of the Mission Consolidated Independent School District, Sherryland Independent School District, and La Jolla Independent School District Board of Trustees, and proclaim the month of January 2019 as School Board Recognition Month in Mission, Texas, and urge all citizens to join us in recognizing the dedication and hard work of local school board members and in working with them to mold an education system that meets the needs of both today's and tomorrow's children. Proclaimed on this the 14th day of January, 2019.
With pride and joy, I accept and entertain a motion from the council.
I'll move
For
to approve.
approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept this proclamation as read. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
As long as your daughter doesn't go to Texas A&M.
Do this, but you want to... Miss Ready?
I'm right here.
En el medio de todo el tiempo, ¿verdad?
Bendices a las mujeres,
Yeah, gracias a Dios. Right here.
One, two, three.
One more, please.
Thank you.
One more, one more.
One, two, three. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. The mic is yours.
You're gonna regret it. You're the mic and I'll talk all night. Thank you. Thank you very much. On behalf of Mission CISD School Board and our superintendent, we would like to thank all of you for this beautiful proclamation that you all did, and just want to assure that we are very grateful for everything that you do for our school district, and that we both continue to educate our kids to the best, to our fullest potential. So we thank you, and we are very proud to be Mission CISD and part of the city too, and working together we can accomplish everything. Okay, so thank you. God bless you for everything that you do.
You're welcome. I am going to call for them to approve the proclamations anyway. It's just an honor step, you know. A regular meeting and agenda item number 7 for La Joya is the School Board Month Recognition Month. I know that we don't have a representative here, or do we have a representative here from the school board? Because I know they're in session as we speak right now, so. But we do want to go through the process and honor them and then deliver the proclamation. So at this time, I would like to entertain a motion to approve. We have a motion. Do I hear a second? We have a motion and second to approve the proclamation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. And regular agenda item number 8 for Sharyland ISD, I will recognize a council person to...
Move for approval.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Regular agenda item number 9, report from the Greater Mission Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Enriquez.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. It's a vigorous time here at the Mission Chamber. Last Saturday, we wrapped a very successful health fair where we served 489 members of the community. Feedback from the community was that it was a very comfortable facility, great complimentary services, and the response time for lab work was excellent. People were having their cup of joy shortly after they entered the building. Feedback from the sponsors is brilliant. We have very happy sponsors. The comfort of the venue allowed for meaningful engagement with the public. The sponsors had more space to work with, which overall allowed for a quality of service for the healthcare. The planning continues for the sister cities. The dinner is set for Friday, January 25th. The location will be finalized this week. It will either be at the chamber headquarters or at the Sharyland Mansion. Mission Day in Austin, February 12th, and the Winter Texan Fiesta, February 15th, and of course, February 16th. Regarding membership, we are closing 2018. The Greater Mission Chamber of Commerce, they welcome 104 members and new members in 2018, and we are serving about 403 members currently. We're hoping to double that number next year. Our strategy moving forward is building and enhancing business relationships. The outcome of that strategy effort is to have an understanding of the business challenges. So we are able to know like what they're experiencing, and then we will be able to meet their needs and fill in the gaps where they're needed. New developments. This week I am meeting with the Rio Grande Valley Linking Economic and Academic Development Program, also known as the RGV LEAD, to discuss an official partnership where we can connect, where the chamber would be very instrumental in connecting the business owners with the student intern population of our students. And our students are from the high schools, and we just highlighted last week, RGV LEAD presented Mission ranked first on the number of students we mentored in the Rio Grande Valley, which is a very wonderful highlight because it affects the efforts of exposure, job skills, and job development and soft skills as well. Lastly, we have a ribbon cutting this week, RGV Electric on Wednesday at 10:30. If you're able, please join us, and they are creating 8 jobs to the community. That's it.
Good. Any questions to the chamber? Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Enriquez. Regular meeting, agenda item number 10, Tetsi Comprehensive Storm Drainage Project. I know that we're in phase 1, so we'll concentrate on phase 1 only for the purpose of this update. And thank you for coming over and giving us the update, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor and the council, thank you for having me. My name is Jason Adams. I represent TEDSI Infrastructure Group for this project. And as I provided you here with this exhibit, it's just a status report. It's our first status report for phase 1. As you can see, we have completed all the necessary paperwork to get started. We received the notice to proceed from the city on January 2nd. As of this afternoon, we have executed all our contracts with our sub-consultants. And next week, we will be having a kickoff meeting with the sub-consultants to assign tasks and schedule out for phase 1. If you flip to the second page of the exhibit, you can see the task breakdown for all the organization chart, who's going to be doing what. And then the revised schedule based on the new contract will be the end of October of this year. We will have the complete drainage report to the city.
Good.
Thank you. If you have any questions.
Any questions on phase 1 or the organizational part of phase 1, as far as that is concerned? But we did want to give the public an update of where we are at with the drainage assessment. I know that we met with the Hidalgo County Drainage District also, and we gave them the green light for you all to work jointly together, because it has to be where you're moving the water from here from the city, it has to be moved to the Gulf, and we need to use their system too.
Yes, sir.
So just to let you know that Mr. Perez and I met, and Mr. Salinas met with them and gave them the green light to work closely with you, and they did agree to work closely with you. So their doors is open for any connection that you need to do with them.
Yes, sir.
So we can do this with just like the title is comprehensively. We're looking for a comprehensive assessment of our drainage, so we can do long-term planning.
Yes, sir.
Mayor, I have a comment.
Go ahead.
Mr. Adams, I just want to make sure, I know we've discussed this time and time, but I really do want to make sure that company TESD, make sure that you reach out to our mission nights that were really affected with this last storm and meet with them, like you all said, that you all were going to go and survey the different families that were affected.
Yes, ma'am. So the last page of the exhibit actually shows that. It details out the June 2018 flooding, and that's actually going to be our focus for the first part of phase 1.
And part of the scope of work has public inputs, and I have a list of the people that we worked with in June also directly, that we're going to provide for them so they can do face-to-face interviews, and get the direct input from them.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure that Mayor and Council, we all have received numerous phone calls, and we are reaching out to you all to do this for us. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Any other questions?
Yeah. Any last comments, sir?
No, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for your job.
Thank you.
Well done. Regular agenda item number 11, departmental reports that were listed in your agenda packet. Any questions, anything to ask any of the departments at this time?
I'll move to accept the reports.
We have a motion to accept the reports.
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Regular agenda item number 12, citizen participation. Anybody in the audience that would like to address the council at this time on any item not listed on the agenda? Please state your name and address for the record only, ma'am.
My name and address?
Your name and address.
Hi, my name is Blanca Ibarra. I live in 941 Chester Street in Mission, Texas. I'm a citizen of Mission. I'm here representing myself. I was recently demoted for no apparent reason, due to the only thing I see was that she didn't like me because my work was getting done, and I just want somebody to look into it. Because
This
I
is
have-
citizen participation, we cannot answer you, we cannot give you any information. You have up to 3 minutes to state your costs.
Well, I've tried to talk to the attorneys, but the attorney left, so I would like to,
If I understand,
Maybe
I
attorney?
couldn't quite hear you, but I understand you're an employee of the city? Okay. And have you filed an appeal process?
I'm sorry?
Have you filed an appeal process?
No.
Okay. There is a appeal procedure, I think, for employment.
asked the previous mayor, and he said it was too late to appeal.
Well, I don't know the facts of your situation, but if you have an appeal procedure, then that would be the appropriate forum for this.
And Ms. Blanca, if you can, we can meet first thing tomorrow morning. You can
Yes,
come
sir.
to my office and we'll meet to discuss this.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Anybody else, citizens' participation on any issue not on the agenda? Yeah. Again, anybody would like to address the council under citizens' participation on any item not in the agenda? Again, anybody that would like to address the council under citizens' participation? I don't see anybody approaching the podium, so I'm going to call for regular agenda item 1.0, which is our public hearings. I will open the public hearing for 1.1, the planning and zoning recommendation. Mr. Acevedo.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Item 1.1A is a public hearing for a proposed annexation of 2 areas. We're looking at 2 tracts of land, Tract A being a 24.83 acres out of lots 27 and 28. This is of New Caledonia Unit Number 1 subdivision. The second tract is a 6.911 acres consisting of 6.885 acres out of lot 26, the Goodwin Tract subdivision Unit Number 3, and .026 of 1 acre out of the previously known Hidalgo County Irrigation District Number 6 canal right-of-way lying adjacent to the east of said lot 26 here in Hidalgo County, Texas. Mayor and Council, what we have here is a request from 2 different property owners to be annexed within the city limits of Mission. The first tract of land is a tract of land that is 24.83 acres. This is at the southeast corner of Schubach and 3 Mile Line, just south of 3 Mile Line. And this is going to be, or is being proposed as a future site for an IDEA public school. The property owners, through their engineers, Meldon and Hunt, submitted a petition to the city requesting to be annexed by the city of Mission. This is a voluntary annexation. It does require 2 public hearings. This is the first of 2 public hearings on this item. The second tract of land is a smaller tract of land, and it is at the northwest corner of 2 Mile and Inspiration Road. This is a 6.91 acre tract of land, and this is for a future site of a Circle K. It's going to be almost directly in front of the Leo's Drive-In on 3 Mile, but they're proposing a Circle K at this location. If the annexation is approved, the second public hearing will be on January the 28th of 2019, and some of the immediate services that can be provided for the both properties if they're annexed at the next Planning and Zoning Commission and City Council meeting would be fire and police protection. We would also be issuing or granting these people some code enforcement, sanitation, parks, use of our park systems, and solid waste collection as well. This is the first of 2 public hearings. Item 1.1A is now before you.
This is a public hearing. Anybody in the audience would like to come and speak in favor or against this request for annexation? Come to the podium, please. Identify yourself, your name and address for the record. Again, this is a public hearing on a proposed annexation. Anybody from the audience would like to address for or against? Anybody would like to address, this is a public hearing for a proposed annexation? Anybody from the audience? I don't see anybody addressing the podium, therefore I'm going to close the public hearing, and Mr. Acevedo, this will serve as your first public hearing. I don't think there's any action needed on this item, am I correct? Correct. That's correct. So, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor.
I will be calling on regular agenda item 2.0, the consent agenda, keeping in mind that any of the council persons that would like to draw out any of the items that are there, I would call for 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 will be ordinance 4745, 2.4 will be ordinance 4746, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7 would be in a resolution 1583, and 2.8. Anyone that you want to draw out, just let me know the agenda name, the number, and if not, I will entertain a motion to.
Second.
We have a motion to approve the consent agenda, and I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Regular meeting agenda item 3.0, the approval and authorization section. 3.1, authorization to award bids for the GIS project and data maintenance. Mr. Acevedo.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Item 3.1 is authorization to award bid for GIS project and data maintenance. The City of Mission has accepted and opened 4 bid responses for GIS, Geographical Information System, project and data maintenance. Staff is recommending to award the bid to B2Z Engineering LLC, who was the lowest responsible bidder, meeting all specifications. This project will entail a gathering and maintenance of database, as well as a development and the deployment of a citywide online GIS system. The contract terms would be for 1 year, with a option to renew for 2 additional years. Staff is recommending award to B2Z Engineering LLC. Our city manager is also recommending approval. Item 3.1 is now before you.
If I may, Mayor?
Yes, sir, you're recognized. Mr.
On this specific item, Mayor, I'd like to ask for it to be tabled. I have a number of questions regarding not so much the project, but that engineering company itself. If we could put it up for the next meeting, I think we can resolve it by then.
Second.
We have a motion to table this agenda item, and second, and this I open up for discussion for the other council members to ask any questions if they choose.
I would just want to ask about the time frame. Are we in, does a
Yes.
2-week cause a problem for us or not?
No, we've been without GIS services. This is more of an as-needed service.
Okay.
We do need the service, but we can do with another 2 weeks without it.
Okay.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion tables the item 3.1. Regular agenda item 3.2, Mr. Acevedo.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Item 3.2 is a homestead exemption variance for a tract containing .12 acres, also known as Lot 17A, out of Lot 7-8, West Addition of Sharyland Subdivision, and a tract containing .11 acres, also known as Lot 17B, out of Lot 7B, West Addition of Sharyland Subdivision. So this is a total of .23 acres. The property is owned AOI, and the applicant is Maria de Jesus Sauceda. The subject site is located approximately 400 feet east of the military road. This is just south of the Madero area, along the north side or south side of San Esteban. This is a homestead exemption variance where the applicant will be building her primary residence. In 2014, the council granted homestead exemption variances for people wanting to build their primary residence without having to go through an engineer to do so. This meets all the criteria. Mrs. Sauceda is eagerly waiting to build her residence. Water and sewer services are in the area. They're along the north side of San Esteban. And planning and zoning recommended approval. Staff is recommending approval, as is our city manager. Item 3.2 is now before you.
This I open it to entertain the motion to accept or deny 3.2. We have a motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. Open it for further discussion by any of the other council members. No discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 3.2. 3.3, Mr. Acevedo.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Item 3.3 is preliminary plat approval of Eduardo subdivision number 23. This is a 9.866 acre tract of land out of Tract 1, Block 2, Citrus Groves, number 1 subdivision. This is in our rural ETJ area, and the developer is Diana Laura Izaguirre, and the engineering group is Izaguirre Engineering Group LLC. The subject site is located along La Homa Road, approximately 6,600 feet north of 3 Mile Road. It is along the east side of La Homa Road. The engineer is proposing 38 single-family residential lots, all exceeding the area requirements for an R1 lot. The water CCN does belong to Sharyland Water Supply Corporation. There is source services in the area that belong to the city of Mission. There's an 8-inch water or sewer line along La Homa Road that will be extended to provide services to these lots. P&Z recommended approval. Staff is recommending approval. Our city manager, fire chief, public works director, and city engineer are also recommending approval. Item 3.3 is now before you.
I'll move to approve, Mayor.
We have a motion on the floor and second to 3.3. I will open it for discussion.
Can you go back to the site plan, or just the vicinity area?
One more.
No, that's it. So this subdivision has frontage on 2 major roads?
No, it has frontage to La Homa Road.
And-
It's between 3 Mile and 5 Mile. It's kind of like at the 4 Mile line area, but there's no 4 Mile road in that area.
There's no shoebox on the,
Oh, you're right, yeah, you're right, it does abut Schubach on the backside. We could put a plat note that the lots 19 and 20 do not access Schubach Road.
well, I mean, just to have better access between the 2 roads, why wouldn't we have just done a straight shot?
To Shuba?
Between Schubach and,
Punch it through?
You're talking about opening the road
Yes.
to both sides?
yes, just for, it's the safety thing. You have better access.
Yes.
Police have fire.
Are we sure there's access? There's not like a canal or levee there or anything?
And,
We don't have an aerial, but
is the engineer here by any chance? Or the representative? No?
it shows Schubach as being a through
Yes.
road in that area.
Yes. Can you check into that, or?
We can table it and bring it back after we talk to the engineer.
Or approve with the plat? Well, if it's, but you're not sure whether you can open it or not, right?
Well, the problem is that if,
Around that area, there is an irrigation, system that's on the west side of Schubach. They're on close to about 4 Mile line.
But
it does show some canal right away there along the border there to the east.
Number 6?
So I don't,
It's number 6, right?
I don't remember that, if there may be a opening there, but
You can still cut through an easement.
and
I mean, that's
Get-
one of our goals, is to maximize,
can we pass it
Access.
under, with
It's a-
those conditions?
It's a preliminary.
It's a preliminary,
Coming back,
we can pass it subject to looking at the possibility of punching the road through.
yeah, it'll have to come back for a final anyway.
It'll come
so
back as a
that'll be-
final, yes.
Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 3.4, Mr. Acevedo.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. On item 3.4, we're going to take no action at this time. When we received the Mylar for signatures, we noticed that it had more lots than what was previously approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission. So I'd like to take this item back to the Planning and Zoning Commission before presenting it to the council.
Do we need a motion to send it back to planning and zoning, sir, or?
There's no action.
I don't want it for,
I don't think you do.
You don't think-
You do a siphon.
we just take no action?
Yeah.
Go over the.
He'll
by
bring it
taking no
back
action,
whenever they're ready, they'll bring it
By
back.
taking no action, does the agenda die?
The agenda item, yes.
Dies.
And we'll bring it back when it's ready.
So it goes back
Or
to
you
the
can
cycle?
table it. If you want a motion to table it, you can table it.
It won't go back.
No, it won't go back if we,
Okay.
we can entertain a motion to send it back to the planning and zoning. Would that do?
That would do also.
Or no action? Which one?
Either or.
I would rather do
No
no
action?
action if that's
Okay,
okay.
and if that's the case, we'll do no action. I just want to, don't make sure that we don't put the developer in a situation that he has to start from scratch, again, so, but that's okay. We'll take no action, and I'll call for agenda item number 3.5, Mr. Acevedo.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Agenda item 3.5 is for a final plat approval of Crystal Estates Phase 3. This is a 12.51 acres out of lots 27-2 West Addition Shareland Subdivision. The property is zoned R1, and the developer is Delfino Gaona of DG and G&G Investments, LLC. The engineer for this development is Steve Spohr of Spohr Engineering Consultants. The subject site is located at the northeast corner of Los Ebanos Road and Rebecca Street. 44 single-family residential lots were constructed. Water and sewer services are provided by the City of Mission, and the subdivision has been completed and inspected by our Public Works Department. The Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval. Staff is recommending approval, as is our city manager, our fire chief, Public Works Director, and city engineer. Item 3.5 is now before you.
We have a motion to approve,
Second?
and a second. This I open it for discussion for any other council persons that need to discuss or any more information. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 3.6, Ms. Carrillo.
Mayor, Council, item 3.6 is the authorization request by State Representative Sergio Munoz for the lease agreement at 121 East Tom Landry. This lease agreement, Mayor, Council, will be for 2 years, expiring on January 12th of 2021, at the cost of $250 per month. If the council is inclined to approve, if you can please include in your motion that a finding that such a lease is in the public interest of the City of Mission. Staff and interim city manager recommend approval.
Is in the best public interest?
Is in the best,
Public
yes,
interest.
is in the public interest of the City of Mission.
It's in the public, okay.
Mayor, I have a question. Ms. Carrillo,
Yes.
may I ask?
Let me
Okay.
entertain a motion first, and motion, we have a motion, second?
Second.
We have a motion and second, then I'll open it for discussion. Now you can ask the question.
Ms. Anna, I'm just curious, because you know how we have other buildings that we kind of allow them to rent for like $1? What is the difference between the 250 and them?
These,
Representative Munoz does a lot for our constituents.
yeah, these leases come directly from the House of Representatives, and I don't know if it's because they have that as a cost, because if the next item is Congressman Cuellar's also, and that's also for 250. So I think it's something on their level.
It's a budgeted item
that's
that they budgeted to 250.
Rather than have to negotiate their own.
That's, it's at the state
And-
level.
And federal also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come off of their...
Any other questions? Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Calling for 3.7, Ms. Carrillo.
Yes, Mayor Council, this is request by Congressman Henry Cuellar for district office lease agreement at 117 East Tom Landry. This lease agreement extends through January 2nd of 2021, also at a cost of $250 per month. And if you are inclined to approve, please include in your motion a finding that such a lease is in the public interest of the City of Mission. Staff and city manager recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
Move to approve.
Wait,
Yeah.
since it's...
Public interest of the City of Mission.
Such as a lease, is it? Okay. Second? We have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
For the record. I'm calling for 3.8, Mr. Salinas.
Yes, sir, Mayor, City Council members. I come before you seeking authorization to execute first one-year renewal option for cold water meters for the Public Works Department. On February 2018, the City of Mission entered into contract with Core and Main LP for the purchase of cold water meters. The contract terms were for 1 year with 2 one-year renewal options. For this renewal option, Core and Main LP has opted not to increase the pricing. Staff is seeking authorization to extend the contract for the first one-year renewal option. This agreement will extend bid number 18-108-01-11 from February 14, 2019 to February 14, 2020. Staff recommendation is to extend contract for the first one-year renewal option with Core and Main.
We have a motion for approval.
Second.
We have a second for the approval of the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 3.8 is approved, Mr. Salinas.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
3.9?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor, City Council members. Item 3.9 is the authorization to solicit bid for the purchase of waterline maintenance materials for the Public Works Department. The waterline maintenance supplies are needed by the Public Works Department for the water distribution system daily maintenance operation. Staff and interim city manager recommend approval to solicit for bids.
I move to approve, Mayor.
We have a motion and a second to approve 3.9. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 3.10, Mr. Salinas.
Yes, sir, Mayor, City Council members. Item 3.10 is the authorization to execute first one-year renewal option for meter connect supplies for the Public Works Department. On March 2018, the City of Mission entered into contract with Ferguson Waterworks for the purchase of meter connect supplies. The contract terms were for 1 year with 1 year renewal option based on a 5% increase in price. Staff is seeking authorization to extend contract for the first 1 year renewal option based on 5% increase in price. The agreement will extend bid number 18-150-03-15 from March 29, 2019 to March 29, 2020. Staff recommendation, authorization to extend contract for the first year renewal option with Ferguson Waterworks.
I have a question for
Yes, sir.
purchasing and for legal also. The last one that we approved didn't have an increase. This one has a 5% increase. Are we aligned with the purchasing procedures? You want to address, please, the question that was asked?
Yes, Mayor. In the original bid, they included the 5% increase on the renewals. So it's stipulated in the original bid. And it's at the discretion of the City of Mission whether we accept the renewal or not at that percentage increase. Or we can solicit for bids and analyze the market to determine if it's fair and reasonable pricing or not.
So it is legal?
Yes.
But it's discretionary?
Yes, it's at our discretion whether we accept or not.
Okay.
On the next renewal, if we renew this next year, is there going to be like another increase contractually?
I'm sorry, I can answer. On this bid, Mr. Councilmember, it's only a one year renewal option, so it's just 1 year renewal option.
The concern that was called to my attention was that, does that 5% increase eliminate all the other ones that bidded before last year? You know, because the price, their price was low bid at the time. And so I would like for the public to know, you know, that.
Yes, sir, Mayor, if I can answer that, on the 4 bids that we received last year, all the vendors had a 5% increase in pricing for the first 1 year renewal option.
Okay.
All 4.
So it was part of the specs?
Yes, sir.
It's part of the specs or part of the protocol?
Part of the protocol, part of the process that we allow for them to give us a percentage increase on the renewal.
Okay. So, but in other words, all the other bidders had the same opportunity to
That is correct.
bid the price and have the 5% increase.
That is correct.
That answers
Yes.
I'm sure that the people that asked me on the phone will answer for them, but I'll give them a courtesy call tomorrow anyway.
Yes, sir, I will.
Okay? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Call for 311, Gutierrez.
Mayor, City Council, authorize the purchase of commercial dumpsters via by board contract 516-16 for the City Sanitation Department. The dumpsters will be used for the commercial accounts, estimated cost $720,000. The staff and interim city manager recommend approval.
I move for approval.
We have a motion, second, for the discussion. We're online, right?
Yes, sir.
We're on time.
Yes.
We're doing okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
All-
you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The 311 dumpsters have been approved. 3.12, Mr. Dominguez, Chief.
Chief.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. Item 3.12 is authorization to purchase services and equipment from inside public sector in excess of $10,000 allowed per vendor per fiscal year through U.S. Communities Contract 4400006644. The Mission Police Department will be purchasing a NetMotion wireless service and support agreement for our mobile field devices, various office supplies and equipment needed by our IT department to upgrade our current systems. The combined purchase of these items will exceed $10,000 threshold allowed to be purchased per vendor outside of a contract or awarded bid per fiscal year. The vendor will continue to be used as needed for the remainder of the fiscal year. Staff and the interim city manager recommend approval.
I'll move to approve as a question, Mayor.
We have a motion to approve 3.12
Second.
and a second. Any questions?
Yes, sir. Do we know how much over $10,000 this is, or?
This particular company, sir, we utilize it for the majority of our purchases with any type of computerized equipment. Usually, I can tell you that on a yearly basis, we spend almost $30,000 to $40,000 through this company. But our purchasing department, advised me, you're going to go over the $10,000 threshold, but usually that's about the amount that we spend on a yearly basis through this company. We use this company because of the U.S. Communities contract, the lower pricing, so that's the expenditures that we make, and obviously that's a company we usually use for all electronics that we purchase.
Can you put a maximum? I mean,
If you want to, sir, you can put a maximum, and then
What
we
will it
can
do
come
to-
back to you.
What will it do to your operations?
Well, I know the budget that I have, sir, and I doubt it that I'm going to come back to you.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the budget is not a big budget, but this is the first purchase for the year. One, the NetMotion is the system that allows all our laptops in our patrol cars to work, so I need that for sure. Then I'm going to have angry 65 policemen, patrolmen, that cannot use a laptop, so I need that for sure. And then the other ones is a number of other equipment that we need for just the system itself. The different systems are in the police department.
Do you want to put a max or? His budget will take care of it for us.
As long as everything's itemized and we know what's bought, that's fine.
If you want to give me more money, sir, I will be glad to take it.
Any questions?
You're asking the right guy for that.
Any questions?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 3.13, Chief.
Mayor, City Council, 3.13 is authorization to purchase a wireless security and DRS system for the Mission Municipal Court and the main police station via Byboard Contract 52317. The wireless security DRS system will be utilized for the protection of the municipal court judges and staff and Mission Police staff. The security DRS system is needed to fortify the current security measures, which will provide immediate assistance in case of a security breach. The cost of the system is $16,370, which will be paid through the City of Mission Municipal Court Building Security Fund. The security system will be purchased via Byport contract, again 523-17. Staff and the interim city manager recommend approval for this purchase.
Move to approve, Mayor.
We have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. Open it for discussion. Any questions?
I thought we already had a panic button, but I guess not, right?
We already have what, sir?
I thought we already had this type of system, but.
We do have security measures in place. The building, sir, is 19 years old, and this particular functions, when we moved into the building back in 2000, June of 2000 to be exact, we had a system where the judges underneath the benches in different areas of the municipal court, and even on the police side, there were duress buttons that you can press, and it sounded an alarm in our dispatch center. That system doesn't work. Obviously, one of the things we tried before going to this is I tried to get that system to work again. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it work.
But this is going to outfit the court and the PD?
Yes, both.
That whole building. That building.
Yes.
Jail section also?
The jail has its own system, sir, but this is basically kind of the administration side, the security as far as the municipal court is concerned, yes.
Any other questions? No other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, Chief. 3.14, Belmares.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. I bring before you item 314, authorization to solicit competitive proposals for the lease of city vehicles. Staff is seeking authorization to solicit proposals for the lease of city vehicles. The city will seek proposals to lower the average age of city fleet, reduce operating costs, and achieve long-term sustainability. Quarterly reviews and annual assessments will be conducted to ensure program sufficiency and effectiveness.
Thank you.
Recommendation is authorize staff to solicit for competitive proposals.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second.
Second.
And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries, sir.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. 3.15, Mr. Lerma.
Mayor, City Council, good afternoon. Mr. Perez, good afternoon. Item 3.15 is the approval of the professional service contract for Mr. Mark Saucy. Mr. Saucy represents the city specifically for any civil service issues pertaining to the police department and fire department, and also is available to Mr. Perez in the city for any other items as required. The retainer is $2,500 a month. Staff and city manager is recommending approval on this item.
Mayor, I move to approve.
We have a motion, a second.
I'll second, Mayor.
We have a second. Open it for discussion.
I do have a quick
Go
comment.
ahead, sir.
And now that we have or going to have a permanent attorney and a deputy, I think this time next year we could probably roll that into their duties instead of having to hire someone from the outside.
This is a one-year contract?
Yes, sir, it's a one-year contract.
Okay.
Mayor, I just wanted to make a comment. I just think to keep with transparency and all that, I just would like to see more of these type of contracts be outsourced, so that way we could see what's out there at a lesser cost. Or if we even spoke to Mr. Saucy about how.
Mr. Saucy is here, he's available if you need to ask him any questions. Mr. Saucy has been with the city when he was with Willett and Guerra 98, and he started civil service when the city started civil service back in 2001. He's been here with us since at that time, but he's available here if you have any direct questions to him.
No.
But at this time, we are recommending approval.
Okay, well, it was just my comment, because maybe he does a lot of work, and that this amount has been there for a while. It's either less or more. I just would, just for transparency purposes. I know
Okay.
he's doing an excellent job.
Okay. We can do that next year, Mayor. At this time, I know there's trainings available for civil service. We have two specific trainings, one in February, one in October, that deal specifically with civil service. They're available. At that time, I'll sit down with Mr. Perez. And Mayor, I know you had any questions. We'll address that issue with the next city attorney.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Approval of the 3.15.
Thank you, Mayor.
3.16, Ms. Vela.
Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council. Item 3.16 is the approval of the October 2018 financial statements. Unadjusted beginning fund balance for all funds is $11,122,499. Total revenues were $1,429,482, and total expenses were $3,968,285, leaving an unadjusted ending fund balance of $8,583,695. Staff and interim city manager recommend approval.
Move to approve.
Do we have a motion?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussions, any questions about the financial statement? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 3.17, collection report.
3.17 is a tax collection report for the month of November 2018. The total 2018 adjusted tax levy was $20,431,966.39, and the amount of collections as of November 30th, 2018 is $1,325,843.68, which represents 6.49% of the total tax levy. Staff and interim city manager recommend approval.
I'd like to entertain a motion.
I move for approval.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 3.17 is approved. 3.18, Ms. Vera.
3.18 is the approval of attached budget amendments. We have three. The first one is in the general fund. It's $255,359 to allocate funds for the retirement of the city manager after 26 years of service as per separation agreement, which includes the leave time and city's portion of payroll taxes. The second budget amendment is the designated purpose fund, $2,000 to allocate revenues and expenditures from the Walmart Foundation for a grant awarded to the fire department that will be used for training supplies and equipment. This item was in consent agenda. And finally, in the municipal court building security fund, $20,000 to allocate funds for capital outlay projects related to security for municipal court building, as presented in an earlier item as well. Staff and interim city manager recommend approval.
Move for approval.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
Mayor, if I can make a comment.
Motion carries. Good.
You're still taking me to coffee. Angie, thank you very much. You've been doing such an awesome job, but I kind of want to save paper, and I don't know if Mayor and Randy can, this piece of paper that you made a copy, I know that it takes time out of your day, but it's already on here, so I don't need 2 copies.
Okay.
So maybe it could be, you could use your time doing other things.
Okay.
But thank you, though, I appreciate it.
No
But
problem.
it's exactly the same thing here.
With me.
Second.
But thank you for that added request from before, but we no longer need it, I don't think. I'm sure that you all,
I'm in agreement.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. 3.19, Ms. Lerma.
Mayor and Council, item 3.19 is to authorize the interim city manager to grant extension on utility accounts to federal government employees affected by the government shutdown. We understand that this has been an additional hardship for families, and we want to make sure that we do our part. And so with proof of employment with the federal government, we will be able to offer an extension to these families. And then after the end of the government shutdown, customers will have 30 days to bring their account current. Staff and city manager recommend approval for this agenda item.
I move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for discussion. I just want to make it clear for the public to let us know that we support all our federal employees in the United States of America, especially those that live here in Mission, Texas. And we did not want to have the issue of turning off water and sewer from these individuals based on what's happening in Washington, D.C. We're, as far as that is concerned, so I just want to let the public know that so the wives and the children of all our federal employees that live in the city of Mission won't have that concern that according to our policies may occur. So I just want to make that announcement to the public as well as to the people that are here in the audience. And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Ms. Lerma, thank you.
Thank you.
3.20, Ms. Lerma.
3.20 is the approval of the First Amendment to the lease agreement with the Mission Food Pantry in regards to leasing of the Mission Social and Support Center. As we all know, we've got the Mission Food Pantry. It's located at 115 South Mayberry. In that complex, there is a social center that is available for rent for events and meetings and things like that, and a small training center. With the community's demand for more services of the food pantry, it is time for us to offer the expansion, and so we can accommodate all the work that the food pantry is doing. We're asking that we give over the the use of the social center and the support training center to the food pantry with no changes to the lease. So in essence, we would no longer be renting the social center or the training center. It would go for the services of the Mission Food Pantry.
I would like to entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve. I have a question, though.
When we have a motion and a second, and we open it for discussion, Mr. Martinez.
Were we leasing these buildings?
Very seldomly, sir. If we had maybe 6 rentals throughout the year, it was too many.
And that was prior to the event center as well.
Correct.
But, Ms. Ledema, now if the food pantry rents it out, they can utilize that money to buy more food and offer other services for the...
They potentially could, however, in speaking with the food pantry manager, that is not an option for them because they've really outgrown their facilities, and the center portion or the social center is what can accommodate for the sanitation and safety of cleaning and receiving food and things like that needs to be washed. That has a kitchen that would be very essential to the operation. So I don't foresee it continuing to be rented, but that will be at the discretion of their board.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 3.21, Mr. Benson, authorization.
Why is Brad always at the end?
Thanks, Gus. Good evening, Mayor and City Council.
Hey, Brad.
I have before you item 3.21, which is the authorization to execute the first one-year renewal option for right-of-way mowing and maintenance services. The contract terms were for one-year primary and with 2 one-year options of renewal based on 1% increase in price. Staff is seeking authorization to extend the right-of-way contract A and B along with the newly adopted right-of-way areas of Mile 2 west of Conway and that of Inspiration Road between Interstate 2 and Mile 3 west. TDL Properties is also committing to perform an additional right-of-way mowing areas that may be added at the same base price with the reflection also the 1% price increase escalation. Contract years from February 20th, 2019 through February 19th, 2020. Staff and interim city manager recommend approval.
Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. I do have a discussion, and it goes back to the same thing. The 1% increase, was that allowed for all the other bidders that had the year before?
One bidder who would have exceeded this price put no increase. There's another bidder that also increased, had asked for a 5% increase in price.
Okay.
But he remains low bidder.
So it's the best interest of the city,
Yes, sir.
discretionary to the council.
Right.
That this, in the scope of work was picking up the grass when they mow the right-of-way.
Right.
As part of it?
Yes, sir.
On the descriptions of the bid?
Correct.
The curb?
Okay, and I know there's been discussion with all...
And to remove it from the area?
Yes, if it's heavy, he's on a 2-week cutting cycle unless we ask him to go out and cut extra. But with the extra height in grass, periodically, yes, we have called him back to...
And make sure that give him an orientation that we don't want that grass to be in our drainage system.
No, sir. We've talked to him about it. We've only had one instance. He was training a new staff member, and he was cutting and was blowing it out, and when they finished the project, but luckily we were able to catch it right away, back that afternoon. So he came
We
back
need to
clean it up.
monitor on that because that's one of the reasons why our drainage sometimes gets clogged because, and that includes to our citizens, citizens that mow the lawns, that when you're sweeping away, don't sweep it into our drainage system because after several times, and time goes by, it's going to clog our drainage system, and when the big rains come, it makes a big difference.
Right. But we have been extremely happy with his services. He's an excellent provider.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, sir.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Thank you, Mr. Benson.
Thank you.
You're approved. Interim city managers, comments?
Yes, Mayor, I have a couple comments for an update for the mayor and the council. We did meet with the Drainage District regarding the drainage improvements that they're doing here in our city, and so they're expanding our Mission Lateral for one of their bond issue projects. And so they've selected an engineering firm to start the design. So they're expecting design of construction designs from 60 to 90 days. And so they're going to take on this project in phases. And so this is phase one. And phase one, they're anticipating about June and July to take bids to start from Benson West until they complete the project. And so their estimated start date would be around August, and it is a 2-year project, and so it'll be an ongoing project for this, and that will alleviate or expand our capacity here at the Mission Inlet. Also, Mayor, we do have a couple of events coming up for the public. We want to invite everyone to attend the leash cutting ceremony for our new lead dog park that is located in Banworth at 1822 North Sherry Road. That will be Saturday, January the 19th at 10 a.m. We will have dog contest, games, photos, fun for our furry friends and family. So I invite everyone to attend, the public. And also, we do have upcoming events, meet and greet our Grand Marshal, Tito Santana, also his name is Merced Solis, on Saturday, January 26th at 11:30 at the Mission Event Center. That is a meet and greet for Tito Santana, who will be our Grand Marshal for our annual parade. My last announcement would be, obviously, our Texas Citrus Fiesta Parade is scheduled for Saturday, January 26th at 3 p.m. Invite everyone to join us for our annual Citrus Fiesta Parade. That's it.
Thank you. 5.2, which is the mayor's comment. I have a couple of comments to make. Number one, I want to compliment the staff for their response to the Mayberry sinkhole and for the traffic flash alert that was sent out to all the departments that were involved. Luckily we didn't get anybody hurt, but we definitely, from the phone call that I received to the acting city manager's response and the response of the city, everything was taken care of in a timely manner and everybody was safe. So I want to compliment our staff for that. Our mission statement has exceptional customer service. It doesn't say just customer service, and there was a prime example of exceptional customer service, and it wound up with saving everybody's life because we didn't get a single injury. I have not filed a report of any injuries in that incident, so I just want to let you know and let the public know to adhere to the safety barricades and warning systems that are there for everybody to be safe, so we can move up and down with our business without getting anybody hurt. And that's and I want to thank you, Mr. Acting City Manager, for that quick response.
Thank you.
This noontime, I had the honor to represent the City of Mission in the Bridge Board, the Ansel Duos Bridge Board. We meet once a month. As far as that is concerned, I just want to let you all know that one of the agenda items was the feasibility study for the Mission Madero-Reynosa Bridge, and it was found that it is feasible for us to continue with that bridge because of the major component of having the railroad component to it, which is going to provide access to the world between Laredo and Brownsville, as far as that is concerned, because those are the only two areas that have bridge that have railroad components on it. So I just want to let the public know and the audience that is here that is underway, and that is part of our phase one for the construction of a Mission Madero-Reynosa International Bridge. As far as that, and there's more reports to come as we work diligently toward creating the gateway to the world. 5.3, City Council. I'll start with Mr. Gus Martinez.
I have nothing, Mayor.
Ms. Garza?
I don't have any additional comments.
Mr. Plata?
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, Mayor, I would like to see maybe we can have the, review our policies and procedures for our finance department. Today I called trying to find out how we were doing in an audit, and apparently they still had not received all the information. Maybe we should have set deadlines for them to all the departments and all of our finance department to submit the information. To me, the audit should be done within 3 months after we close the fiscal year. So I think it's important. I personally was a little surprised and not pleased to hear that. So the finances are very important for any business, any organization. So the sooner that we get the final numbers, I think the better that it is for everybody.
Any other comments, Mr. Plata?
No, sir. Thank you, Mayor.
Yes.
I'm excited to report that last week I attended a recycling meeting through the sanitation department. It's really exciting because throughout the years of me being here on city council, I've got various missionites that wanted to take part in the recycling program. I learned a lot there because there's just a lot of things, pros and cons. I didn't realize that our beautiful city had many, many areas where you can go and drop off your recyclables. So that was pretty interesting for me. I invite all the public and everyone here that would like to take part, our Mayor Ocaña and all city council. It's just fascinating to see so many new faces on all our boards, and we still have many to fill. So I invite you to go visit our city secretary, Ms. Ana Carrillo, so that she can take down your information and we can have a lot of you on more of our boards. We've added about, I think, 15, and we're going to add a couple more. So it was really neat. The professionals, especially the ones that were chosen to be on the recycling board, live in Mission, and I met them for the first time, and they just bring a lot of wealth of information. So a lot of great things are happening in Mission, and I just wanted to thank all my fellow colleagues up here, because I know it takes a lot of our time and effort to answer phone calls and do all that, but I don't know, but I'm sure they'll say that it's well worth it. So thank you, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Any final comments by anybody before I move to? I'm calling agenda item 6.0, executive session pursuant to VTCA Government Code Section 551.001. I will entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mayor, I move to reconvene.
Second.
I will entertain a motion to reconvene. Mr. Plata, you are recognized, and Ms. Ochoa, you are recognized as a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Would like to call for agenda items 6.0 and 6.1A. 6.1A. Now I'll ask our attorney to deliver the legalities of the interlocal agreement for Hidalgo County.
You're talking about item 6.2, item B?
No, sir, 6.1A. The deliberation regarding the legality of the interlocal agreement with the Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1. If you don't have the information, then I'll pass it to Mr. Perez. Mr. Perez, you want to?
That's correct.
So we can take the necessary action of revising the agreement?
Yes, and as discussed in executive session, the motion would be to have the acting city manager to get with our legal and the drainage district to go over the interlocal agreement and make the necessary changes if necessary.
Do I hear a motion to do that?
So moved.
We have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to deliver regarding the interlocal agreement with the Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 6.2, personnel matters. On A, we are taking no action, am I correct? As discussed in executive session. So I'm going to call 6.2B 6.2B, I'm going to ask legal to provide us with a motion.
Proposed motion would be to approve an increase in the annual salary of the interim city manager by $28,333 plus the provision of a vehicle full-time.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and second to deliberate according to our executive session discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Will 7.0 adjournment?
Move to adjourn.
We have a motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. We're adjourning. Thank you.